Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much again for clicking on this video, for supporting me so far. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a second trimester recap. I'm going to be sharing some of the symptoms that I experienced throughout these few months, some of the things that I consider must-have for you throughout this journey throughout the second trimester. So definitely make sure that you stick around for those. And if you have not seen my first trimester recap, make sure that you go check that out first. I'm going to link it up here so that you can go watch that first. You can see a little bit of what happened throughout the first few months of my pregnancy, and then that way you can compare to the second trimester and see what the difference is between the two. It's definitely a huge difference, so feel free to check out that video first, and then I'll see you after you watch that. If you have already seen it, then let's continue. All right, so first things first, this trimester, if you have not noticed, I have been so out of breath throughout the second trimester. I did have the same thing throughout the first trimester, but during my second trimester, it just got a lot worse. Like, I would become out of breath after saying maybe 2 to 3 words, and I would have to like stop, take a really deep breath, and be able to continue talking. And it's a little challenging because I work at a call center, so having to talk to people on the phone all the time and being out of breath all the time, it's a pretty challenging thing to go through. But I have been out of breath a lot. Like, the whole second trimester I've been out of breath, and I'm pretty sure that the third trimester is just gonna get worse. So definitely feeling out of breath is one of the main symptoms that I've experienced throughout the second trimester. Another thing that I've been having is super fast heart rate. I would be sitting down doing nothing, and out of nowhere my heart would just start beating super fast. This happened also in my first trimester, and at that point it wasn't as often, and when it would happen, you know, it would scare me a little bit because I wasn't used to it. But now it happens so often that I'm just used to it. Like, it starts beating so fast and I just start counting, like, okay, let me start counting from backwards from 10, and let's see if that helps a little bit. Or I would just walk for a few minutes, I would eat something, I would have some water, and usually that does help. But fast heart rate is definitely, it has continued, and it has definitely gotten a lot worse than in the first trimester. So I've also been feeling super hot, especially at night. Like, I feel like I wake up at night and I'm just completely drenched in sweat. I've just been hot all the time, and I'm usually the type of person that it's always cold, but throughout the second trimester I've just been really hot lately. I used to wear sweaters to work all the time, and now I wear a regular outfit and I'm just always hot. So I'm always sweating. That's another thing. As far as stretch marks and you know, any other marks, I haven't really had a lot of stretch marks. I do have a few here on the side, some under my boobs. Those I have noticed, but it's not like crazy stretch marks. And you know, it's not something that I really care if I do get stretch marks or not. I know that it's something that comes with pregnancy, and it's pretty much genetics. It's not something that you really can control. You can put lotions and oils to help it a little bit, but if you are meant to have stretch marks, you will get stretch marks. There's really nothing you can do about it. But I haven't really noticed much, and I haven't noticed my belly button popping out either, which I'm happy about that. Again, if it pops out, I don't mind it, but it hasn't popped out yet. And the linea negra, I think is what they call it. It's literally like a little yellow line, so it's not really dark either. But once again, if it comes out, if it happens, I don't mind it. I know it's something that comes with pregnancy, and I do know that I still have some time left, so you know, things could change. Now, something that also comes with stretch marks is dry skin. So you know, you can also be using the lotions for your dry skin, because you might get a really dry skin throughout the pregnancy. So the lotions and the oils, you can use it pretty much for both, either the stretch marks or your dry skin. And the ones that I mentioned on my first trimester video are these two. These are pretty much the ones that I've been using. Hydra oil, I really like this one. And then the tummy butter for stretch marks, this one right here. I alternate between the two. Sometimes I also do use Vaseline for, you know, the stretch mark that I already have. So it's up to you. You could try different brands. I will link my Amazon list below so that you can find all of the products that I've mentioned throughout my videos. So if you would like to check them out, go in the link that's on my description for my Amazon list, and you can find everything on there. Another symptom I have been feeling is that I'm always thirsty. My mouth is always dry. Like right now, my mouth is super dry. So I'm always carrying my water bottle, super huge. This is 40 ounces. I used to carry a small one, and it didn't really help much because I had to keep refilling it like very often. So I decided to get a bigger one. I still do have to refill it a few times a day, but definitely a lot less than I would have a smaller one. And trust me, this thing has saved my life. This is key. Like, you have to get one of these. I also linked it on my Amazon list, so if you need one, go check it out. And I like this material because it keeps your water cold pretty much all day. Like, I've filled this out in the morning before I leave to work, and sometimes I would not drink the whole thing and come back and it would still be cold. So definitely make sure that you get one of these. Now, the only thing with drinking so much water, not just drinking so much water, this is gonna happen to you regardless. You're gonna start peeing a lot. Like, when I say a lot, you're gonna start peeing a lot. And I have to wake up pretty much 4 to 5 times a night to go to the bathroom because I have to pee so much. So you're going to be peeing a lot. Something else is that my back has been hurting a lot lately. When I'm at work, I have a pillow that I just put on my back so I feel a little bit more comfortable. At home, I also put pillows on my back. And I've also considered getting a heating pad so I can use it when it really hurts. But it has been bothering me a lot lately. And usually what I've been trying to do is just wear comfy clothes. Sometimes, you know, if you're wearing either too tight or something that doesn't feel too comfortable, it makes it worse. Because again, your body's stretching, your body's it's preparing itself for birth. So you're going to have a lot of aches, and your back is definitely going to be one of them. So again, having pillows around, or a heating pad, something that can help ease the pain, is definitely important for you to have. And talking about comfy clothes, I would highly recommend that you get some maternity clothes. I wouldn't say to go crazy with buying these maternity clothes. I wouldn't say to get too many, maybe like a few pairs of jeans, and instead of concentrating on maternity shirts and dresses, maybe get like extra like bigger shirts or bigger dresses that you might still be able to wear after you are pregnant, after you give birth, because you don't want to just spend so much money on these clothes that you might not wear for a long time after that. So I would suggest maybe getting a few shirts that are a little bit more loose, or maybe like tight comfy shirts and dresses. I don't know if that makes sense, like something like this. This is a tight dress, but it's very comfortable, so I don't feel uncomfortable at all. And this is something that I've actually owned since way before I became pregnant, and I can still wear after I give birth. So I would say getting things like that, it's a lot better, and it would also show your belly. You can also show the belly with the little cute tight clothes. So I would say that, but definitely I would say to get a few maternity jeans, so that you can wear your jeans comfortably. I also recommend getting a few nursing bras. Those definitely you will need, because your breasts are going to grow a lot, and these are things that you're also going to use once you give birth when you're nursing your baby. So a few nursing bras and a few maternity jeans I would highly recommend that you get. And then other than that, any other clothing, I would just say maybe get them a little bit bigger so that you can fit the bump, or get comfy, like tight comfy clothing. Another thing that has been happening is that I've been having a lot of issues sleeping, so I'm always tired. Now the sleeping, it comes with you know, the back aches, the not feeling comfortable because he's always moving around, or you know, with the always getting up to go to the bathroom to pee. So you're gonna have a lot of trouble sleeping. So definitely get a pregnancy pillow. You're going to need a pregnancy pillow to be able to get comfortable at night. Get a pregnancy pillow. You know, if you're not able to get a pregnancy pillow, any extra pillows that you have that you might be able to put in the middle of your legs, like in between your legs, try that. But definitely try to find something that would help you sleep at night, because it's going to be it's going to get a lot harder as pregnancy goes. I'm pretty sure that the third trimester is going to be even worse. But definitely get something that will help you get comfortable, because help you get pregnant. You already there. Get something that would help you get comfortable, because you're gonna have a lot of trouble sleeping at night. Like I just mentioned, the baby's moving a lot, so you're gonna feel him or her a lot more. You know, I feel him pretty much like all day. Not really all day, but I do feel him a lot in the morning. Anytime that I'm just sitting and relaxing, he just starts having a party. Like it's like he notices that I'm still, and he sees that as like, oh yeah, it's time to party now. So you're going to feel them a lot around this time. Now I heard a lot of people say that for the second trimester you get your energy back. I didn't really get that much of my energy back. I still feel very tired, but it does have to do with the fact that I did have a lot of anemia. We just found that out, so I do feel like it had a lot to do with that. But again, I didn't really gain a lot of energy back on my second trimester. It might be different with you. You might get more energy during your second trimester. That wasn't the case for me. I still feel very tired all throughout the day, especially the last few weeks of your second trimester, because again, you're getting closer to the third trimester, you're getting heavier, you know, the belly's a lot bigger, so it puts a lot of pressure on your back. You're not sleeping that well. So again, I still always feel very tired. I don't feel like I gained that much energy back. What I do feel is that I'm not as nauseous as I was on my first trimester. Thank God. I was throwing up every single day on my first trimester. So thankfully that went away. I have not thrown up in a long time. I'm so thankful for that. But I still do feel a little bit lightheaded and nauseous at night, especially, but nothing compared to my first trimester. It's something that I'm able to manage by either having a little snack or having some water, something like that. So it's not as bad as the first trimester, but I still do feel it a little bit. Super hungry, definitely one of the symptoms. You're going to be super hungry. I get so hungry sometimes that I don't care what I'm eating, I just need to eat something. Like I get super hungry, and I've found myself eating pretty much every hour some days. So I've been getting super hungry, and then sometimes I get super gassy because again, the baby's growing and pushing all of your organs, your stomach, your intestines. So you know, all those things in there are not working correctly. So you might get super gassy. Thankfully, I haven't experienced constipation, but I have heard a lot of women experience constipation during their second trimester and third trimester. I'm hoping that I'm not one of them. I'm hoping that it doesn't happen on the third trimester. But if you do, just know that it's normal. But anyways, guys, that is it for my second trimester recap. Those are pretty much all the symptoms I've experienced. That's pretty much everything that I recommend for you to have for your second trimester. Of course, we're all different. Your pregnancy might be a lot different than mine. You might not experience any of these symptoms. You might experience completely different ones. So if you have any questions, any suggestions, make sure that you leave them in the comment below, and I would definitely answer them for you. I would like to interact with you. So definitely feel free to leave me any comments below. Don't forget to like the video. I really hope to help you out, and I will see you on my next week's video.